Welcome back to Movie Space. Young love built on lies that somehow still feels real. Former lovers reuniting across years of silence and regret. A romance that begins with a grocery store meet-cute and ends with a body in a bathtub. A science nerd falling for the most popular girl in school. And two exes forced back together in the most competitive workplace showdown of the year. Today we are counting down the best 5 love movies of 2026. Number 5, Couple Friendly. Kicking off at number 5, one of the warmest and most genuine love stories to come out of Indian cinema this year. Couple Friendly. Santosh Sabhan and Manasa Varanasi play Shiva and Mitra, two young Telugu professionals both trying to find their footing in Chennai, a city where neither of them speaks their mother tongue. Shiva is an aspiring interior designer working as a bike taxi rider. Mitra is a software engineer struggling through one job rejection after another. When she loses her accommodation, Shiva offers to share his apartment to split the rent, and their story truly begins. What makes Couple Friendly stand out is how quietly and honestly it lets love grow. No grand gestures. No dramatic airport chases. No manufactured misunderstandings. Just small conversations, shared silences, and tiny moments of understanding that slowly build into something real and deeply moving. Released on Valentine's Day 2026 and directed by Ashwin Chandrasekhar, the film earned rave reviews from audiences who called it a warm hug in movie form. If you're looking for a love story that feels genuinely lived in and true, this one is for you. Number 4, The Loved One. At number 4, a beautifully crafted and emotionally honest Filipino romantic drama, The Loved One, and Curtis and Jericho Rosales play Ellie and Eric, former lovers who parted ways 10 years ago and are now crossing paths again. For Eric, the man who never quite moved on, the reunion becomes a journey through fragmented memories. He recalls the wedding where they first met. He remembers their favorite restaurants, the night they made official, and the moment they chose to build a life together. And then, slowly and painfully, he tries to trace the exact moment everything fell apart. Directed by Irene Emma Villamor, the story unfolds in a non-linear way, shifting between past memories and present realities. This is not a love story about spectacle. It is about two people confronting who they truly are and whether the love they shared was ever enough. The film grossed over 275 million Philippine pesos at the box office, proving that great love stories transcend language and borders. Number 3, Kissing is the Easy Part. Coming in at number 3, the sweet, charming, and surprisingly layered teen rom-com that won hearts on Tubi this year. Kissing is the Easy Part. Asher Angel plays Sean, a disciplined high school student with one goal in life: get into MIT. Paris Baroque plays Flora, the wildly popular homecoming queen doing everything in her power to avoid the SAT and the pressure her high-achieving parents put on her every day. When Sean secretly agrees to tutor Flora in exchange for a college recommendation letter, the two are thrown together in a way neither of them expected. What begins as a transactional arrangement slowly becomes something else entirely. Study sessions turn into real conversations. Arguments turn into admissions. And two people who seem to have nothing in common start to discover that their differences might be exactly what makes them work. Directed by Fawzia Mirza and adapted from a popular Wattpad novel, the film covers themes of independence, self-discovery, and equality in ways that feel fresh and genuine. Audiences called it their favorite rom-com in years. Light, charming, and full of heart. Number 2 to 56 Days. At number 2, the most addictive and most talked about romantic thriller to hit streaming in 2026. A quick note before we dive in. 56 Days is technically an 8-episode series on Amazon Prime Video, rather than a standalone film, but the story is so cinematic and so binge-worthy that it absolutely belongs on this list. Dove Cameron and Avin Jogia play Sierra and Oliver, two strangers who meet by pure chance in a Boston supermarket and fall for each other with an intensity that feels almost dangerous. Within days, they are inseparable. Within weeks, they are living together. And exactly 56 days after they first locked eyes, detectives arrive at their luxury apartment to find an unidentified body brutally murdered in the bathtub. Half murder mystery and half twisted romance. The series unfolds across 2 timelines. In the present, detectives investigate a gruesome homicide. In the past, we watch Oliver and Sierra's relationship unspool with a growing sense that something is deeply and dangerously wrong. Produced by horror mastermind James Wan and adapted from Catherine Ryan Howard's best-selling novel, 56 Days hold a 77% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes and debuted at number 1 on Prime Video. Viewers were so obsessed they binge-watched all 8 episodes in a single night. Number 1, Relationship Goals. And at number 1, the love story that proved ambition and romance do not have to be enemies. Relationship Goals. Kelly Rowland plays Leah Caldwell, a razor-sharp television producer in New York City who has spent years working toward one dream: becoming the first woman to run the city's top-rated morning show. Everything is finally falling into place. And then the studio brings in an outside candidate for the same role. That candidate is Jarrett Roy, played by Cliff Method Man Smith, her ex-boyfriend who once broke her heart. What is worse than competing for the job you have worked your entire life for, only to have it threatened by the ex who broke your heart? That is exactly the question at the heart of this film, and Relationship Goals handles it with warmth, wit, and a whole lot of charm. Directed by Linda Mendoza and based on Pastor Michael Todd's best-selling book, this is not just a rom-com. It is a story about accountability, second chances, and whether two people who are not ready for each other once might finally be ready now. Kelly Rowland brings real star power and genuine emotional depth to the role. Released on Amazon Prime Video on February 4th, 2026, Relationship Goals is exactly the kind of feel-good love story that deserves to be watched with the people you love most. And there you have it, the best 5 love movies of 2026. If you have not watched all 5 yet, you know exactly what to do. And once you have, drop a comment and tell us which love story hit you the hardest. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop from Movie Space. Until next time, stay in your seat, because the best love stories are always yet to come. See you at Movie Space.